The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has made some changes to its recommendations for childhood vaccines. That's just one of the headlines we're getting into this morning. Here to talk more about what is happening, WBL Louisiana Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Cory Hebert. Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little upset about this whole vaccine thing, but I want to cut straight to the point here.
Okay.
The things have changed. All right, so you used to have a lot of required vaccines. Now you have some that are offered by shared clinical decision making, meaning that you and your doctor should discuss them, and then they have some that were kept as the recommended vaccine. So I'm going to give you a list of the ones that are now shared clinical decision making. That's COVID, flu, rotavirus, hepatitis A and B, and meningococcal vaccine. Also, HPV. All right, that is for human papilloma virus. That used to be 2 shots, now it's only 1. The ones that are considered high risk are RSV, dengue, and a couple of others that are very rare. Now the issue though is the ones that are recommended are chickenpox, diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, and Hib, MMR, pneumococcal, and polio. Insurance is still going to cover all of these vaccines, okay, and that's important. But we just have some issues. The American Academy of Pediatrics says none of that really kind of matters. All of the vaccines are important, and because they're using evidence-based medicine. So let me explain to you. So meningococcal disease, which is a disease that you get usually when you're in high school and college, about 600 to 1,000 people get it every year. All right. If you get it, 10 to 15% of people will die, no matter what you do, and 300 die about every year. That is now a shared clinical decision-making vaccine. You know that, right? But they kept polio, okay? They kept polio vaccine, and nobody has died from polio since 1979, and we had 1 case in 2002. So that doesn't really make any sense, because if you have a disease that's killing people every year, and that's one that is, take it or not, but one that we haven't had a death since 1979, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So with that being said, your doctor and your patient can do whatever they want to do, okay? This is just recommendations.
All right, so I want to have that conversation to figure out the data, no matter who you're getting your information from. What you're trying to say is follow the numbers, look at the history.
Yep, and talk to your clinician, and you can make that decision.
That's an important one. Now, this next one you were telling me about is wild.
It's wild. Okay, so if you are of Central American, Latin American, or particularly Venezuelan descent, if you are about to have any type of general anesthesia, stop. Okay, there is a gene, a mitochondrial pass gene called ND4, okay, ND4. And what we're finding is that people that get inhaled anesthetics will have a serious neurologic deficit that could lead to death if you have that in your background, okay? These have a couple of cases in Texas, a couple of cases around the United States, but just remember, they're using alternative ways to actually put you under. They're using IV as opposed to inhale. So if you have Venezuelan or Central American heritage, you need to make sure that you check that before you have any general anesthesia. And one more thing, a story I want to talk about, and it's good old Tom's toothpaste. Everybody loves Tom's, it's so nice and safe and fluoride free. However, there is a class action lawsuit in 2025 that says that there's high levels of arsenic and lead in Tom's fluoride free toothpaste, and not just all of them, but it is the silly, what is it called? The silly strawberry version, okay? But there's also Pseudomonas aeruginosa and some other bacteria found in Tom's toothpaste that was found in 2024, and the FDA actually cited them. So please, if you have that, I'm not saying anything bad about Tom's, just check your Tom's, check your breath, check your fluoride, and check your vaccines, because I think you should get all of the ones that the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends, because they are evidence-based.
All right, Dr. Cory Hebert, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
If you missed any of the health topics, or you'd like to go over some of the advice that he's sharing here, you can find them on our website, WWLTV.com. There you can also find other top health stories we're continuing to follow for you.